welcome to episode 43 of Youth Squad Legends Series 9 with Yeovil Town. Now you might notice straight away that my voice is a little bit different, and that's because I'm talking very quietly. I think it might have just turned 3 o'clock, or so close. 1 minute off. And I've basically been collating all night, is that the right word? It's a massive list of every single regen that has potential. There's a couple of my own players thrown in there. Some names that you might remember. But there's about 100 names in here, and I think I've collected every single player. And that's basically going to be the episode. So, if you guys who just watch Youth Squad Legends for the matches don't want to watch it, do not watch it. It won't spoil your enjoyment. It just adds to the whole YSL experience. If you remember back to Series 4, the end game against Leon, we were playing a striker of 90 overall, and I think we followed him for about 2-3 years. And basically him and Adam Pond were the best two strikers in the world, and you never know, it could come down to a final like that. I'm expecting Bayern Munich to be a good side later on in this series because of the players that they've got, which I'll show you in a second. And also, I expect them to get more because Gianluca Hayne came from Bayern Munich, Alexi Galesa came from Bayern Munich. They seem to just be grabbing all the good players. Let me just take a drink. So, I've got to get on with this because I have work in about 9 hours' time. Yay, and obviously I need to sleep. So, Mikel Maresca, his overall is 70, he's a goalkeeper, 22 years old. Roberto Del Pino Ramos, his overall is 71, 22-year-old goalkeeper. I think I might show you the height of the players and the, well, you guys don't care for weak foot skill moves on goalkeepers, but later on down the line, you might do. 6'1" for Del Pino Ramos. Leonardo Giannetti, he's a 6'5", 70 overall goalkeeper, 20 years old. His contract's expiring in 5 months, so I can't actually see the status that he's got. Mario Antonio Cervantes. I am going to screw up a lot of these names, by the way, because tonight is basically the first time that I've seen many of them. So Mario Antonio Cervantes, overall of 74, position goalkeeper, 21 years old, and he's got a £3 million price tag on him. Mattia Del Prita. He is 70, goalkeeper, 21 years old, 1.4 million. Let's have a look at Cervantes. He's 6'4", Mexican. We've got 6'2" there. And then this is the big one, really. And this is one of the players that I'm actually really interested in buying, simply because of the reaction. I mean, there's not that many goalkeepers around, especially regens, that have reactions of 80. You can train everything else up that the goalkeeper that like improves the goalkeeper overall wise, but you can't train up reactions, and well, this one's got 80 reactions, so I don't know, I don't want to drop Dalgard. However, he does have mad spells, and if he does fall into one, then there is a player out there what we can replace him with. Like I said in the live stream, I do not want to be replacing many of these youth players that I've brought up, simply because FIFA 16 has given me the chance to actually bring up that many youth players, and we've been waiting for something like this ever since I started Youth Squad Legends, honestly. And that's really why we did the Luton Town save. Because, like, I didn't bring up that many youth squad players, youth academy players from my own club. So Eduardo Garcia Freire is a 6'2" Spanish goalkeeper. Then we got William Magahino, great name. Gonçalves, overall of 71. Not a bad keeper. Plays for Barcelona. They've got a good keeper there, haven't they? Can't go wrong with that. There's a little bit of hang as well. I am going to try and get through the list as quickly as possible, but there is a bit of a hang. Nicolas Aratorre plays for Borussia Mönchengladbach, and I think he's the shorter goalkeeper. Yes, he's Swiss, 5'11", 22, 70 overall. Reactions are 73. He's not that bad. Needs to have decent reactions to compensate for the height. Aminu Abdullahi, 71 overall, goalkeeper, 21 years of age, £1.8 million. 6'1", Nigerian. Francois Joseph Sparno. Now, last episode, Bernardo Lobo ripped him to pieces, and we're talking seriously destroyed his hopes and dreams. However, he still makes the list, and he was actually on the list before last episode. Got them 5-star skill moves, 6'3", French. Just, I think he's still crying in the corner, really. Sadie Boys. 71 overall right back, 22 years old, 1.9 million. 5'10", 4-star skill moves. Like, I don't expect all of these players to get to the pinnacle of the sport. Obviously, there's a lot more regens to come in the future, including some classy players. Let's move my phone away before it annoys you. Including some classy players that will retire soon. Marcelo Amado Arenas Torres. Great name. There's a lot of long names in this list, by the way. He's a 5'7" right back. 2-star, 2-star. It doesn't matter about defenders, really. Skill moves, weak foot. So long as they do the job. Enrico Cabero Mora. We've played against this guy before. And unlike Sparno, Mora actually did a very good job on Lobo. And I think I had to sub him. I don't think this guy has ever had a status, honestly. He's got good overall for a 23-year-old. I just kept him on the shortlist simply because he performed well against us. That's basically it. So he might not, like I said, reach the pinnacle of the sport. Might not go to one of the best clubs in the world. But he performed against us. He did very well. Fernando Camilo Enrique Tavares. So long, they actually, wanders into the valuation. He's a 77 overall right back. One of the better ones. Can't actually show his status. Simply because he's a 22-year-old, but he's 6 foot. He's Brazilian. Like I said, he's a right back. Then we've got Alberto Extrabon. Yeah? I think I nailed that. 65 overall right back. Looking at that, he's probably one of the weaker players in this list. Antonio Bonazzoli. Overall of 71. Right back again. But this guy's special. Because he has the potential to be special. So keep your eye on him. He is like the goalkeeper. I expect Eduardo Garcia Freire and Antonio Bonazzoli to be snapped up by really big clubs, and hopefully we can play against them in the Champions League. Javier Diamonde. Have I actually shown you? There you go. So Bonazzoli, 5'11", 2-star, 3-star. Javier Diamonde. 72 overall. £2.1 million valuation. Sorry if I'm lacking a bit, like slacking. There you go. Sorry if I'm slacking a bit because I am tired. And I've suddenly decided, or regret not getting a drink before this episode started. So yeah, he is 21, 72 overall. Might amount to something, might not. Contract expiring in 5 months, so I can't actually see his status. Let's get through these right backs. Oh, one of the Americans. Nohul Alberto Crosas Lique. He's not actually American nationality, but he is playing for the Montreal Impact. Right back, 6'1". Then we've got Frank Yannick Fofana. One of the players that disappeared from the shortlist, and that's why it's took me so long, basically all night. I really wanted to play Pokemon tonight, but this has took so long, and it shouldn't take so long. EA, sort your game out. Why does my players in the shortlist, the shortlist there for a reason, eh? So why do people disappear from it? Why? Why you do that to us? If the player goes to a different club, fair enough. The player goes to a different club. I still want to know how the player's getting on, yeah? Yannick Fofana, 22 years old, 74 overall. Mark Forrester, showing great potential, 73. You'll see a lot of Premier League players showing great potential, which is great because it keeps the competitiveness of the league higher than what it usually is. If you go back to Series 6 with Burton Albion, going to like the end of that series, Burton Albion was steamrolling basically everybody in the league. I know we didn't have a great overall. The game was pretty easy to play, but the teams around us, all 19 in the Premier League, weren't actually helping themselves because they weren't buying young players, and they didn't have potential. They weren't growing. Simple as. Yeah, Forest stop. 5'11". It's pretty small for a centre back, but it does all right. This is Thomas Kimpembe. Great name. He's showing great potential as well. He's 6'6". See, that's more like it, isn't it? I don't know if Norwich are actually in the Premier League, but if they keep hold of Kimpembe, or if they sell him on and get them like decent money for him, then we can see Norwich coming back into it. I'm pretty sure Norwich are in the... I'm scratching my back, that's nice. I'm sure Norwich are in the Premier League. And then we've got Vidic's regen, Veljko Lajic. He is showing great potential. Even though he's 22, I know that he's showing great potential. I remember it, because he's been on my shortlist for a while now. 76 overall. He's not got the greatest of acceleration sprint speed, but neither did... Oh, what was his name? The lad at Burton. I can't remember his name. Sorry. I was actually playing with a subscriber of mine like a couple of days ago on that Burton Albion. We did like head-to-head, you know, Youth Squad Cup kind of thing that you can't do on FIFA 16, and I put the guy in for one game and he did a really good job. Maxim Becker's there at 66, centre back at 19 years old. Don't really need to look at him. This episode's more about who else is in this save. What's going on? Eh? And talking about what's going on, Wolves have got the 79 overall centre-back. Don't know. Didn't expect that. But he's an Irish centre-back, 5'11", 22 years old. I don't know if Wolves are in the Premier League. Did we play him last year? I can't remember. Mateus Garcia, 69 overall centre-back. 6 foot, Argentinian. Yeah, like I said, scoured the globe for these players. João Carlos Pinheiro Carvalho, overall of 75. 20 years old, £4.2 million. I think he's very short. He is showing great potential. Jerome Leboy. Now, this list is actually being compiled on February 2021. So that's like 7 months in the future, simply because we had to get all the scout reports in and like make sure everybody was on the shortlist. Absolute nightmare. I don't think Leboy's actually at Lyon. I think that's just a recent transfer that's happened. But anyway, he's a very good centre-back. 6'5", and I'm sure he had a status. You expect him to have a status that high up at 22 years old. Francesco Piccolo is an exciting prospect. Left back, Italian. 6 foot, can play left back, right mid and centre mid. Interesting. Jackson Castro Montero. Overall of 70, 21 years old, 6 foot. Nice. Nicholas Ligoff. 77, I think he's an exciting prospect. Yes. You see, when this was back in FIFA 13, it was so much easier to have a look at the greatest in the world, the best players in the world. However, do I want that system anymore? The global scouting network has definitely got better over the years. If you ask me in FIFA 14, I'd say yes, let's go back to the old system. But now that we can scout them and actually see their full overall, I don't think we should see every single body, like every single person's full overall, because it'd be too easy. It's pretty easy right now, and also if you go to the import team sheets, that you know the glitch that I showed you a couple of episodes ago that Barmer actually showed the world, you can actually see the star rating of your team, and along there you can actually see the overalls of every starting 11, and it's just staring you in the front of the face. It's easy to get to on the main menu. It's one of them things. So Nicholas Ligoff got great physical stats, hasn't he? Jean Traore Diarra. Contract expiring. To be fair, he shouldn't be on the list. Looking at that, he's a 22. Meh. Might come against him later on in the series. I don't know. It's the beauty of FIFA. Watch it. He'll hear me now. And when we do come against him, my God, he'll be good. Alejandro Lopez Munoz. 74 overall holding midfielder at Juventus. He's not got great weak foot skill moves. Jean Traore Diarra has got that skill move hype going on about him. Julien Leborgne. He is a 74 overall, 21-year-old. 5'11", 4-star weak foot. Lovely. Alan Gorman. 74 overall, 23-year-old. You're like, why is he on the list? I can't wait to play this player, honestly, because he is 6'7". Be quite a unit to try and destroy in that midfield. Vitas Ludwig and Aziz will have a job to do. Simone Fenazier, 75 overall, 23-year-old. Seems like these central defensive midfielders are taking a little bit longer to develop. There's Telmo Rodriguez, which I'm pretty sure he came from my own youth academy, but really early on. He went to Crewe Alexandra. No, Cambridge United. He went to Cambridge United. And Man United have just bought him. Now, I think that transfer is actually going to happen in Youth Squad Legends. One of the transfers that was just about to happen as I shortlisted him. And, yeah, there's a possibility of that becoming real. Be nice to see Telmo Rodriguez in the Premier League. If, of course, we actually brought him up ourselves. I'm pretty sure looking at them stats, they do look like a Youth Academy player's stats. David Verdes Ortega. 68 overall, 21-year-old. 5'10", 3-star skill moves. We show you Telmo Rodriguez. I'm pretty sure we did, actually. Got a ham in my mouth. Why is it with recording Youth Squad Legends recently and having hairs in my mouth? Isla Kambalov. Now this guy is probably the worst of the worst in terms of players that are on the list. Players that probably aren't going to amount to much, but he is playing for Sunderland. He is in the Premier League, so you might see him around. Manuel Lopez. Keep on forgetting to do that. And he's also got 1-star weak foot. Manuel Lopez Gaspar. He's a 5'11" right-sided midfielder. Poor weak foot, poor skill moves. You'll see a lot of these wingers with poor weak foot and skill moves. Strikers as well that just ruin the player, really. Manuel Jesus Insua Blanco. Great name. Trying not to be loud, but when the great names happen, you've just got to say great name in that voice. 72 overall centre mid, 22 years old, 5'11", 3-star weak foot, 2-star skill moves. Javier Gil Latorre, he is showing great potential. I'll try and show you as many statuses as I possibly can from my memory. Plays for Swansea, that's another Premier League player. Good. Sebastian Gutierrez is loan listed. I'm expecting this guy to have a status. 20 years old, 67. Might just be scraping, show a great potential. If he doesn't have a status, then you're looking at a high 70 overall player. Emil Carrera? Don't know how you say that. 77 overall centre mid, gonna be one of the best centre mids in the world, in world football basically. When he gets to about 25, 26, you expect that. 5'7", no weak foot, completely ruins the player, doesn't it? Skill moves 3-star. I mean, do you need a weak foot in the centre of midfield? It helps with the passing. It's not exactly necessary. I've had a lot of good centre mids that have really bad weak foot skill moves. Tim Yarn, centre mid, playing for Sassuolo. Overall 75, 22. Let's go to the stat page. Information: 5'11", Swedish centre mid. Weak foot again, really poor, and the skill moves are 3-star. Lorenzo Vigorito. Lorenzo Vigorito. 67, centre mid, 20 years old, valuation of 1.1 million. 5'10", 3-star, 3-star. Yeri Preciado, 68, playing for Lazio. Colombian centre mid, weak foot 2-star, skill moves 3. Sebastian Prodel, this was will I, won't I situation, putting him in the list, because he is 23 already, 74 overall, Swedish centre mid, playing for Torino at the moment. Then this one is going to be an interesting one, because he's 77 at 20 years old, and if I bought him, we could definitely get him over 84, definitely. However, he's only showing great potential. How does that work out? So we might see him, we might not. I hope that he gets like snatched up by Bayern Munich or Barcelona. Them two are looking like the better of the clubs to actually buy into like youth academy players and regens. Mateus Spiluveda, slaughtered that name. 73 centre mid, 20, 6 foot, Chilean, 2-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves. I would say Vidal, but I don't think Vidal would have retired. Maybe. Jan Kubler, 71 overall centre mid, German, 4-star, 4-star. Nice technical player here. Says that he's only at the club since 2019. Spiluveda is showing great potential, by the way. So Kubler probably won't even reach 80 overall. Ivan Abolo, every time that I went onto the Global Scouting Network, they always brought back Ivan Abolo. You can't see his status because it says looking for a new club. But there must be something about him. Nuno Daniel Bastão Diaz. Overall of 68. There he is. He's a Portuguese centre mid, 2-star, 2-star. Bolo. I keep on forgetting to actually show you the weak foot and skill moves of the player. 4-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves. Rod Smith. You presume this is Gerrard's regen. 5'9", English, 2-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves. Ofia Marciano, 74 overall centre mid from CSKA Moscow. Yes, I even scouted the Russian league. Scouted the Russian league, I scouted the Mexican league, scouted the Argentinian league, the US league. Oh, you name it, I scouted it, apart from the Belgian league. Don't know why I missed that out, but I guess like anybody coming from Anderlecht is quite a young club if you look at it in terms of the players playing for them, simply because like their academy is so good that they're brought up by the academy. People just buy from Anderlecht and then they bring more people up from the academy, so I doubt anybody's like retired from Anderlecht. Can't really look at anybody else. Ghent and Genk? Ghent and Genk from Belgium? Presume so. Anyway, Marciano, 74, from Israel. That's interesting. Is it Benayoun? Is Benayoun playing in the Russian league? Don't know. Don't know even if he's playing. Like, is he retired? Andrei Petrov. Bulgarian. Yeah? No. Russian. Oh, interesting. Interesting surname. 73 overall. Centre mid. Decent looking. Showing great potential. What's Marciano looking like? Showing great potential. So, the Russian league has two very good centre mids hanging around. And I'm presuming he's showing great potential as well, Rod Smith. Sounds like a porn star name, that, doesn't it? Rod Smith. Kevin Ali. He's one of the most exciting young players in the Premier League. Or is he not? He's probably not even in the Premier League. West Brom always seem to struggle in these saves. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go back and see if they are in the Premier League. Would be a big shame if they weren't. Obviously, this is not where we are in the West Brom. Oh yes, West Brom are in the Premier League. That is great news because I can say he is one of the most exciting players in the Premier League. I think he's got an exciting prospect status. Let's get him back here. You just look how many players we've already got through. Exciting prospect, 75 overall already, 19 years old. And not a lot that you can't really... I mean, he's about perfect. He's quite short, but he's a winger. It's all about agility. You've got plenty of. 78 already. I'm presuming that's going to grow. Michael Heller. 70 overall. 21 years old. 5'5". German left mid. Yay. Nice one. And then we got Valentin Masonda. I definitely remember selling this kid. 72 overall. Now, left mid. I'm never going to buy him back, really, because his physicals obviously haven't grown. But it's just nice to see him. And I'm sure someone will snap him up, because he's showing great potential. And then we get to one of Bayern Munich's big guns. Alexandre Begu, or Begue. He's got ridiculous acceleration, sprint speed in the dark greens, reactions, ball control, dribbling, curve, shot power. Only hitting them dark greens already. Overall of 78, 23-year-old. 6 foot, poor weak foot, 3-star. Skill moves. David Kvida. Overall of 70, 22 years old. I think he's showing great potential. I'm pretty sure he was showing great potential before hitting 22. We'll go down. This guy is showing great potential. He's a Finnish central attacking midfielder from Chelsea. Another exciting player in the Premier League. Hopefully he gets some game time whilst we're playing against Chelsea. Fingers crossed. Like, some people whilst watching this might go, oh, I wish you signed this player, I wish you signed this player. It's quite difficult to go ahead and sign someone, because if you're signing someone in this save, you are pushing out someone who doesn't deserve to be replaced. It's a shame, because I'm going to show you an English striker soon. And any other save, I'd probably snap it. I'd probably snap at it. And I might go and sign him anyway. But it's bloody difficult. Because you've got Babior, you've got Scarge, you've got Jean-Luc Hayne, Feel the Pain. And now you've got Galessa, who's turned around the most serious of injuries and scored in his first game. And then you got Ramos. How are we going to fit all these players in? Robin Moisander. Great name. Rui Manuel F. Ferreira da Silva. Wonder what the F stands for. 5'7", central attacking midfielder, playing for Deportivo La Coruña. He is an exciting prospect. And then, what a signing this is. This is Kaka's regen. Bayern Munich have just bought him. And they will have just bought him in the Youth Squad Legends proper. Because I checked. Recently arrived San Jose Earthquakes. 20 years old, 5'7". I do believe he's probably an exciting prospect. Minimum, he's got to be showing great potential, so he'll definitely hit 80. You can see that with his overall being so young. And this is the reason why I want to see Bayern Munich in the final. Because you're always going to guarantee that our team will be full of memorable Youth Squad legend players. But the opposition never are. Apart from Series 4, which I've talked about, I think I've talked about in this episode, when we had the battle between, I think he was called Kuna? He was Falcao's regen against Adam Pond. You don't get them battles. I remember Series 3 with Paderborn against Chelsea. It was just a walk in the park. Chelsea didn't even have a shot on target. So, I don't want it to be easy. Because every time we've gone to a Champions League final, we've won it so far. You know what? I wouldn't mind losing a Champions League final. Obviously, it's heartbreak and you've got to do another season. But it's some emotion that I haven't felt in this whole series. 10 10 series, obviously 2 of them haven't finished yet. Oh, saying that, didn't we lose in the semi-final of the Luton Town one, the Champions League, and obviously we didn't lift the Champions League in that, nor did we do it with the Barcelona series. Sad. But it's not like losing in a final itself, isn't it? Losing in a final is much, much worse. So he's 2-star, 2-star. Guilherme dos Santos Neto. Is a chain of supermarkets. Cheap brand supermarkets. Dos Santos Neto. Aitak Kivrak. Just make sure you remember that name as well. Guilherme dos Santos Neto. Because you might see it later on in this series. Aitak Kivrak. He's a 64 central attacking midfielder at AC Milan. One of the worst players here, lone listed. Don't know if he's going to be good, don't know if he's going to be bad. It's an alright overall for a 19-year-old. Just maybe if he goes like from 64 to 69, like that, then you may be looking at a showing great potential player. Gonzalo Borges Semedo, central attacking midfielder at Dynamo Moscow, showing great potential. What a surprise. Simone Murray, central attacking mid, 23 years old at Sassuolo. And, yeah. There you go. You can't actually see his status because he's a 23-year-old. Come on. Sort yourself out, Curtis. 6'1", 2-star, 3-star. Semedo, 3-star, 5-star. You got them 5-star skill moves. We haven't actually seen a lot of 5-star skillers. Kivrak, 4-star, 3. Hans Linssen, exciting prospect. He is Schneider's regen. There's no problem identifying that. 2-star, 3-star on the weak foot skill moves. 5'7". Said exciting prospect, and then we go down to Manhan, who I actually think could be something pretty special. I know that it says he's at the club since 2020, which means that he hasn't got a status, but we keep an eye on him. He's a 60 overall at 17 years old, so if he gets a couple of good jumps, maybe turns to a 70 overall at about 19, hopefully his physicals go up again. And getting back, train him in the finishing, might become a good forward. But then again, you've got to think, what's Ramos going to do? What's Elliot Scar's going to do? Galessa? I mean, we are spoiled for choice. And hopefully, if we do sell one of them players, or if Manhan doesn't come to the club, I hope Bayern Munich snap him up and we have the most ridiculous of Champions League finals when we get there eventually. Federico Villarreal. Also, I've checked the Bayern Munich side. They've got a very good team. So, everything's looking rosy. Apart from the fact that they haven't got Jean-Luc Hain. Ain't gonna feel the pain. Show that. 6'2", Chinese, 2-star, 3-star. If I hadn't shown you that before, I'm showing it now. Oh wow. We've been recording for quite some time. Federico. We haven't even done the strikers. Federico Villarreal. Overall of 63. Right winger. I told you this was going to... I just knew this was going to take forever. Oh. 63 overall. 20-year-old. And you know what? How about that? Just remove him off because he shouldn't be on that list. Paulo Vigorito. 76 overall, 24-year-old. Yeah. Will he even get to 80 overall, this kid? Who knows? And then this is the one. The English striker that would be so easy to buy. It hurts me to say that it could not happen in this series, and then there'll be a point in the future where I'm doing a Youth Squad Legends with, I don't know, crew. I probably will be a Youth Squad Legends eventually, where we won't have any good strikers, and I'm like, you know what, I wish I had Michael Lure. Because he's showing great potential. He's 6'1". Is he 6'1"? He's 6'1". He's pretty cheap. His acceleration's 90, his sprint speed's 87, his finishing's not bad. Can train up, no problem. And as the killer blow, he's got that 5-star weak foot and the 4-star skill moves. He's like the next Adam Pond, even though like Adam Pond didn't even have the skill moves and the weak foot. I mean, he's basically like Adam Pond though, isn't it? It's like, we haven't had a serious legendary English striker apart from Watson in the Plymouth series. But I mean, like, it was the Plymouth series. It was a live stream. No, not a lot of people know about him. Apart from people who watch the live stream, I guess. Like Henker Pau. Henker Pau is one of the best strikers in Youth Squad Legends history, but about 50% of people know about him because he was in a live stream series. Stuart Brayford, 65, keep an eye on him because, like, he was a genuine finisher. Like, really good player when we actually played him. And just knew the way to the net, basically. You've seen his weak foot skill moves. There's Brayford's with the 4-star skill moves. Kudus de Havilland is looking good. Showing great potential. We want the acceleration to go up. That's what needs to happen. Victor Linkvist, he was shown in the last episode. He's just moved to Montpellier. 26.5 million is quite a steal for a player of that quality. I'm gonna guess he's has got the potential to be special. I'm pretty sure Montpellier won't hold on for him for much longer. We'll have to see. He'll definitely make Montpellier a lot better. That's for certain. He's not a player that I would go for. Now the interesting one. I mean, obviously we've had a lot of interesting ones at the moment, but like Coventry City have got a hold of Gürkan Öztürk. How they've got a hold of him is confusing. Like, really confusing. One of my mates said maybe it was one of your youth academy reports, youth squad reports, and he'd just gone to Coventry City. I can't remember scouting Turkey, for one. And secondly, if you look at them stats, the finishing's low on a striker. It means that he's a regen. So, well done Coventry for just getting this player. I don't know how you've done it, but you're kind of doing a mini YSL on your own. I mean, the valuation of the player is definitely going to shoot up. It's showing great potential, so I just don't know how they've actually done that. Well, congratulations. Well done to you. He's got them 5-star. He's got the 5-star weak foot and the 3-star skill moves. Jonathan Mata Pedro Lorenzo, 67 overall, 21-year-old. Angolan. Yeah, that's a nationality that we don't see much of. Weak foot of 2-star skill moves of 3. Daniel Ruano Delgado, striker, 19 years old, overall of 64, pretty low. Kept him in here because he's a free agent. And there's a couple of free agents knocking around. Thomas Uhlschirke. It's the craziest surname I could ever imagine. He plays in the Dutch League, PSV. Own this player, showing great potential. He's 6'2", if I do remember. My memory is good. To say that I'm really tired, my memory is holding up. 5-star skill moves as well. Nice. Tim Gozens. Overall of 64, 20 years old. Remove him. Forget him. He's not going to amount to much. Neither is Antonio Milos. Alexander Kozlov, 67 at 22. Remove. There's obviously a lot of strikers that have slipped through the net here. Christian Santander might be something to get excited about because he is a 65 overall 19-year-old. 6'1" from Paraguay, and he's got them 5-star skill moves with a 3-star weak foot. High attacking work rate, low defensive. Pretty much what you want on the striker if you are being a bit picky. Augustin Palomino, 67 overall, 21-year-old. So we know what to do with him. There are some that have just slipped through the net here. It must have given up on life at this point. Yeah, we'll remove him as well. We'll go to Unai Adnan Garrido, 71, 19-year-old. I think this is the guy who's 6'4". Yep, 3-star, 3-star, high-low. He's another one like the English striker that probably would get snapped up in any other Youth Squad Legends series. But right now, I'm having such a good time with the strikers that I've got. Diego Centurion, FC Bayern Munich. We've been looking at this player for about 3 years. I'd say about 3 years. Don't know if he's going to do well or not yet. He's 70 overall, 20 years old. Says he's loan listed, so I don't know if he's going to be showing great potential. Does he have a status at all? I hope he does. And I hope Bayern Munich profit from that. I want this final to be good. It could possibly be the greatest Champions League final. Just, it has the players. You can see that it has the players. Jesus Miguel. Yeah, we did see them. And we did see them. Good. Jesus Miguel Cantero Puente. 66 overall, 20-year-old. 5-star, 4-star. Ooh. Nice. Jackson Da Silva Perez out. I don't know what I did with the strikers. Just obviously didn't filter these right. Luca Fedato, 63, 19 years old. Is he going to do something? Oh, the hang is unbearable sometimes. I really need to remove some of these players. We might have another episode like this in the future, but it will be with a lot less players simply because the PS4 can't handle it. The game can't handle it. There's at least 100 names in on this list. Weak foot 3-star, skill moves of 4. Marcelo Ruiz, 66 overall. He was one of the other players that just kept on popping up in the global scouting network, so I decided to just put him on the shortlist. See what the hell happened. Nelson Marquez, 2-star. 2-star, 3-star on Ruiz. Nelson Marquez, 65, 20 years old. 6 foot, 5-star, 3-star. Diomake. Oh, that first name. It's Macchiardi anyway. 72 overall, striker at 22 years old. From the Democratic Republic of Congo, 3-star, 3-star. Then we got Tom Donahue, 65, 20 years old, Welsh striker, 4-star, 3-star. Daniel Matheu, 68 overall, striker at Chelsea. Skill moves 3, weak foot 4, 5'11", Argentinian. Ander Vero Lara, 66 overall at 19 years old. Status is blocked off by the fact that he's loan listed. 6 foot, 4-star, 4-star. And then we have Drogba's regen, Eric Bertrand, and I think I'm saying this right, Wackalibel. When I saw that surname at the start, I was like, that can't be a right surname. Is that right? But I guess it is. He plays for Sporting Kansas City, 74 overall. Completely ruined by the fact that he has 2-star weak foot. Christian Bong. That Bong surname is just great. 66 overall, 19-year-old. 1-star weak foot. Gets worse. Then we have the 2 final players. Jan Dudziak actually doesn't play for Barcelona in the Youth Squad Legends. He might do eventually, but I'm pretty sure he's at Stuttgart for the time being, but he might have been approached by Barcelona, so that transfer could happen. Might not either. But it looks like they've got themselves a really good striker. Forget the weak foot. They Augsburg. It actually shows. He recently arrived from Augsburg for 2.9 million. 2.9 million for someone that could potentially be something. Not a bad piece of business, if I do say so myself. Jack Tanzer, 70 overall, 21-year-old, doesn't have a status, and I'm thinking, why is this? Because I've seen people with less overall at the same age have a status. Why hasn't he got a status? I'm sure, like, I'd buy him, I'd train him upon the finishing, and he would definitely hit 80 overall, without a shadow of doubt. And that's it. As an extra added bonus, we're going to go into the team sheets, and hopefully we can see the international team sheets, yes. So we'll be able to see the highest overall players. Obviously, Messi's going to be top, you expect. Portugal won the European Championships of 2020. We don't have anyone playing for Portugal. So, there you go. We do have someone playing for Germany, though. Gianluca Hain. Feel the pain. So Argentina, Messi 95, Aguero 88. Anybody else that stands out? Not really. And you got the Australian lineup. Austrian, Dragovic 84, Alaba 87. Belgian, Benteke up front at 86. De Bruyne is 89. Hazard 89 as well. Courtois, I expected higher of Courtois. He's only 87. Bolivia, without the Lord Chavez. Brazil, we got Coutinho 88. Neymar is hitting that 91 overall. Very nice. Oh, my chair is noisy. I'm not even moving on it. Popov. Who is Popov? 81 overall Bulgarian. Shall we have a look? This could be amazing coincidence. Or it could be a real player. He's probably a real player. It is a real player. It's one of them guys. It's not Popovic. That's how tired I am. Popov was staring me in the face. Wow, so that guy is 81 overall. Incredible. Back in international. So that was Bulgaria. Cameroon, we got Vincent Aboubakar. Joel Matip down centre back. Canada got Nicholas Ricketts up top, so he's playing first team football for the national team. That's superb. And I think that's Becker as well, Maxim Becker. They're not actually playing Maxim Becker at centre-back, they're actually playing him at centre-mid. That's strange. Chile, Alexis Sanchez, 87. China. Can't see any of my players playing for China. Rodriguez, 93 overall for James Rodriguez. Falcao is 83, Cuadrado 83. That's a big overall. Ivory Coast, Boney 84. The Ivory Coast team has really been declining since the loss of Didier Drogba. I think I'm sure he's retired for the national team, and I think isn't Yaya Toure on the way out as well? But definitely, right now in this game save, they've both gone out of the international scene, and they look a lot worse for it. Let's have a look here. The Czech Republic have two 80 overall players. Tomáš Kalas is their captain. Denmark has Lord Bentner up front. Poulsen, 81. Christian Eriksen gone to an 85. Expected more. And then Sviatchenko, 81. Not heard of that name. If a name pops up that I've not heard of, I'm going to have a look for it. It probably isn't this guy. Although he is Danish and he is a centre-back. It's more likely to be Eric Sviatchenko. Back on with the team sheets. Got to Denmark, Ecuador. Nothing in Ecuador. Yeah, Mohamed Salah, we talked about, has reached 88. That's quite a huge overall for someone like him. El Neni is 80. I'm presuming Salah just got the luck, loaned out a couple of times, came back with a higher potential. All that I can really think of. The English one, you always got to have a look at. You never know what's going to pop out here. Morrison. That can't be James Morrison, can it? 82 overall, Morrison. Unless it's a young kid that's got a loan glitch. I've not heard of that name before. And I might be disrespecting a club by not hearing one of your young players. But that could actually be a regen that's actually already broke through the English team. Oh, Ravel Morrison, of course. I completely forgot this guy existed because he had such a bad attitude. And also, he's not even in the English game right now. He's playing. Is he even playing for Lazio? I heard rumours that he'd left. Forget it. He should never touch the English side. He should not even be playing football. He should be in a fucking prison. That's what he should be. Watch Ravel Morrison be one of my... watch every single episode and now he's, decided to kill me. Just hire a hitman. Why not? I'm quite ashamed that he's actually got into the England side. Just, I know my Man United youngsters through and through. And for a player to act in such a manner that I completely forget about his existence, that's saying something. A nasty piece of work. So yeah, there you go. There's the English lineup. Finland have got Eremenko at 84. Hang on. The French. Oh, this is an interesting one. Pogba's now a 90 overall. Benzema 89. Griezmann 88. He's a very good side. Germany. Hold up. Germany. Klunter. Search that. The odds of finding a new regen that I haven't seen are very low. He's a youngster at Cologne. 86 now, wow. He must have one hell of a potential, or he's been very lucky with the loan glitching. Got that boost. Team sheets. So where did we get to? Well, Hummels has gone up to an 89. Thomas Muller's only an 87. Not good. Cruz is up to 89. Ozil 88. Ozil, by the way, Bayern Munich. Greece. Manolas is 85. Socrates is 85. Good centre-back pairing there. Hungary. Nothing sticks out. Zudzak. 80 on the wing. India. Oh, if you could only scout India. I'm actually thinking, in the summer, I might reinvigorate this save or reinvigorate some kind of save and just take over the Chinese national team. Just call the series Made in China. Basically the same principles of U Squad Legends. And win the World Cup with China. Ireland. McCarthy's an 82. Italy. Oh. My mate, Lorenzo, has finally left the party. We were screen sharing whilst we were trying to find players. Amazing. Marchisio. 85. Verratti's 88. So that means that he's just gone off his PS4. Told me that he was going to sleep earlier. Damn. I needed to do this video anyway. Yeah. Verratti's top dog in that team. 88 overall. Mexico! And the surprise story is that Chicharito's not even playing for them. Vela, 83. Top player. The Netherlands, Michel Depay. Memphis, Depay, 85. Depay. What am I doing? I am so tired. I would say Proms, but it's Promes or some crazy stuff like that. He's the highest overall player there. Martins Indy 82, Dale Blin's 84, De Vrij 85, Struman, Klassen, De Jong. All over 80. Sillesen's 87. Hold up. When did he get an overall like that? New Zealand. Rojas. 76. Sure he plays in the German league, doesn't he? Tom Tuiloma. Is that Tom Tuiloma? You're kidding me. Might be. Might not be. Northern Ireland, not there. Norway, a lot of 70s, 18 Nordveld. Paraguay, 81 up top, I can't see his name. Peru, 85 on the wing, Carrillo, don't buy him, he's crap. And the career mode is terrible. Poland got Wobber. I'm not going to express myself like I normally do. His love is majestic. Portugal, winners of the European Championship. They've got an 87 up front, I can't see. Nani 83, just an all 80 lineup. Very impressive. Romania's got Maxim at 80. Korokin Shatov, great name. And Smolnikov Akinfeev, 80. Striker's an 80 as well, can't see his name. Ryan Gold, 80. Robertson, 81. Slovenia, Jan Oblak, 81. Verbic, 80. South Africa, nothing in that lineup. Spain, Diego Costa's still leading the line for them. Vitolo, Toro, or an all 80 overall lineup there, with someone called Williams on the wing. That needs to be investigated. A Spanish player with the surname Williams. We've got to guess this now. Right mid, left mid. Ryan Williams. No. We'll find it. And we'll try and find the most Spanish-looking name, yeah? Sean, Ryan, Rowan, Reese. What? And we're gonna have to go by. This is a strange one. I know how to find this. Yeah, this could help us a little bit. International, go to Spain. We'll be able to see the first initial of their name. Spain, I. Williams. It's a right winger. This is exciting. This is really exciting. Who is this mystery man? Oh, my chair's just squeaking like mad. He's not showing up. This kid is not showing up. Which means we're going to have to do this the old-fashioned... We'll actually go back and have a look at the edit player. The actual player itself will give us a clue. If the guy's got a tuck shirt, then let's get excited. Someone like that just to be missed out of all the scout reports that I've got. Surely it's not happened. Hello? Are you there? Oh, his shirt's tucked out, and you know what that means. I don't even know who this guy is, but he is a real player. And he's called Williams, and he plays for Spain. Whee! All the way down. Let's have a... I didn't actually see who was the top player. Biscuits? Yeah. 89 overall. You got a lot of 88s there as well. Good team. Sweden don't have that regen striker playing up front. How mad are they? Rasmus Elm is their top player. Real Embolo, Shaqiri, Xhaka, all 82. Rodriguez at left back 85. Shaw 84. Sommer at 84. The Swiss team is looking good. Turkey, 84 up top, and then 83, 81, 83. Whoa. Turkey have not got a bad side. United States got an 82, can't see his name. Brooks at 83. Uruguay, Suarez is now a 90 overall. Cavani 86. Godin 86. Romo, the Venezuelan goalkeeper, is 85. The Welsh team, McDonald 84, Ramsey 87. And that is it. If you've seen any name that kind of looks suspicious, maybe is a regen, please tell me. I will get straight onto it. And if it is a regen, then I'll add it to the shortlist. Great. I hope you've enjoyed this insightful video. And I hope it gives you a little bit more information on what is happening in the series. Them overalls are not right. This is not the correct game save. This is like far into the future. I've already told you that. Decided to tell you again. Yeah, if you guys have really enjoyed knowing more about the other players in this series, please give the video a like. If you want me to do it again, well, obviously tone it down a little bit. I mean, this was a long video and it took hours. I decided to do it because it's been ages since we've had a game save full of very good players like we got. It seems to be blessed with gifted players. So, yes. If you want to see this again, just later on in the future, see what overalls other players are going on, and try and find other regens that could potentially be the superstars of the future, then say in the comment section. This has been Cutzy. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.